Is everyone about to be involved? I think everybody's about to be involved at this point. Okay. Hold up. I can zoom. Wait. No, go back. Zoom. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. All right, I don't like the zoomed in version. Zoom. Oh, God. I don't like the zoomed in version. Oh, God. Okay, transport. Yeah. Okay. Manfred is the Salami Bandit's... Wait. Boris is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because he or she used to date Sophie. And Salami Bandit needed someone who could convince Boris into selling... Stalking? No, wait, what? Murdering? Jesus. Helping. Boris is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because he or she used to date Sophie, and the Salami Bandit needed someone who could convince Boris into... Huh? Margaret? How many people are in here? All right, hold up. Boris is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because he or she used to date Sophie, and the Salami Bandit needed someone who could convince... No, Sophie is another accomplice then, right? Date and convince gotta be the same person? Oh, Sophie. Yeah, okay. Boris is Salami Bandit's accomplice because he used to date Sophie, and Salami Kennedy needed someone who could convince... Wait, what? Sophie... Boris? No, wait, I'm not... I'm saying... Okay, two or fewer things are wrong. God, okay, why is my brain just not clicking with this? Okay, okay, this one was wrong. Sophie? Sophie was a...
I couldn't believe Sophie managed to talk Boris into this.
Oh! Okay, yeah. I knew what they were trying to say. I just didn't know how to type it in areas.
It was time that I confront the culprits.
I just didn't know how to put it from A to B.
I had to free Sophie.
She in on it? But they also kidnapped her. I have no idea what's going on. I'm glad our duck detective knows what's going on.
Sophie! What happened?
What's going on out here?
So everybody's a crook except for Laura and... Oh, my bad. Everybody here's a crook except for Laura and Freddy.
It's kind of a long story.
And guess who deduced said long story? The one and only Duck Detective.
Yeah, man.
The room.
This is how everything went down.
Yeah, because Laura called us. Yeah.
The Brits
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, too. And then Freddy's just doesn't know what he's doing.
And had their budget cut as a result. Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first. And then, Boris would take a detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This is why the buses always had a huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team. Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan.
What if they just all say he's wrong?
Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me, infiltrated the office. Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat for the crime, but I'm not fooled that easily. Sophie began getting cold feet and ultimately wanted to confess to the police. he interfered. In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses. And this is why Manfred stole Laura's lunch.
What?
What?
Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty?
Wait.
Manfred, Sophie, and Boris are all involved in the
Okay,
smuggling.
you know what? Sure.
Who should get arrested for their crimes? Manfred was the mastermind behind everything. Should Manfred
Wait.
get arrested?
Wait. I should have played it, but like this would have been perfect. I should have played that like at that point. I need to get better at using soundboard stuff because that would have been amazing. Should Manfred get arrested? Yeah, you don't do that.
That's the reason this all started in the first place. Of course he should be arrested. What about Sophie? Without her, the smuggling wouldn't have been possible. She manipulated poor Boris into taking the salami across the border.
All right, here's the question.
Sophie get
Did
arrested?
you make soundboard readable channel points? I think I can. There's some things I could probably do. I'll have to sit down and figure that out. All right, do we want Sophie arrested and do we want Boris arrested or do we want to let them go? How are we feeling about it? I kind of want Boris to go, but I feel like if I let Boris go, Sophie should go. But I kind of don't want Sophie to go because I feel like, you know, I don't want 2 of the 3 to go. I feel like only 1 should be the, you know, the one be able to let go. 2 seems a little too much, or I guess just all 3 of them get arrested. Do they just all go to jail? And see how it goes? I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel. Sophie wanted to confess, so we'll excuse her. Yeah, because then Boris got coerced. Because that's what I'm thinking too.
Manfred was the one who gave the instructions. Sophie was naive to follow along, but I don't believe she is truly liable. Boris was at the end of the chain.
Yeah.
Had he refused to take the salami on board, the plan would have not worked out. Should Boris get arrested?
But he got roped in because he's so in love. That's like straight class A manipulation. So like, I want to say no to that.
Realize what was happening. I don't think this is a basis for arresting someone.
So only Manfred?
All right, I've made up my mind.
What if we just didn't arrest anyone?
I will report to the state police.
All right, my bad.
And I do it again. Anything to secure my family's well-being.
I'm not sure grand-scale salami.
What if I just didn't
smuggling
arrest
is
anyone?
Necessary for that.
How else was I going to cope with all the budget cuts? If anyone actually worked in this office, we wouldn't have such terrible performance in the first place.
Hey, I work.
Yes, and then you keep asking for promotions. How am I going to give anyone a promotion if we have people baking cakes during working hours? And while we're at it, Rufus, how dare you embezzle money from the company and then threaten me?
Why is the voice acting so good?
That's... Rufus said we're only doing that until his book takes off. And then I'll play the lead alien in the movie adaptation.
Look who's going to jail now, Manfred. Not me, that's for sure.
I stand by what I said. I regret nothing.
No, it's screwed. I think everyone should have just went to jail.
You really did quack the case, Mr. Duck Detective.
I know, I'm
Just
incredible.
as cool as I imagined.
What now, Fredderson?
Solve the mystery of the secret salami. Beautiful.
The truth is an ugly mistress. But it is my duty to throw bread to the fine beak of Lady Justice.
6 seasons in a movie. I want 6 seasons in a movie. Okay, the majority of people decided to arrest all 3. That makes sense, honestly. They probably should have just arrested all of them, but like, whatever. It's fine. I want 6 seasons in a movie. Give it to me. 6 games in a 6 games in a movie. I'll take it at this point. That's all I need. 6 games and a movie. They can make it to a movie. I believe them. It's incredible. Sean Chiplock. Okay, I need to look up some of these people that did the voice acting, because why are they so good? Like, why were they so good? There was no need to go all that out. It was wonderful. I will never complain. I think that marks part of the charm of this game, 100%. But that's crazy. Oh yeah, an animated movie, 100%. Yeah, come on. I would love that. This is 2 hours anyways. This is basically just playing a movie. I would adore that. Zootopia, but silly crime investigation? Yeah, you can make these 30-minute episodes and make it a giant TV show. 100%. It's a perfect premise.
Oh, crap.
It's just detective stuff. That's always the best part.
We forgot to collect my payment from Laura. Everybody already went home. How am I going to pay for the bus?
Oh no.
Guess I'm walking home.
And he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. And he waddled away.
Need a ride? I just meant this one. It's been such a long day after all.
It's not your own car? Alright, Freddy.
Oh, thank you.
Come on, it'll be fun. Plus, you must be tired.
I'm pretty
after
sure there's an
all the
animated show when I was a
detective
kid. Probably similar, yeah.
Don't.
Not this, but other animals, yeah.
Yeah, fine.
work. Great. Now I finally have time to tell you all about my ideas for your social media.
Please don't.
I could get you tons of publicity.
No.
And imagine, we can team up.
Absolutely not.
And I can be your sidekick.
Wonderful, beautiful, no notes. Incredible performance. Incredible game. I'm so glad this was on sale. I was able to grab it. I'd wanted to play it so bad, and when I saw both of them, I was like, these are two perfect, like, bite-sized streams. 100%. Okay, if I click continue real quick. If I click continue, I am curious, because I do want to see the other endings. If I, like, do all three of them, at least. I want to see what happens if I do all three of them, and I want to see what happens if I do none of them. That's what I'm looking for right now. Alright, let's get her out.
Oh.
Alright, let's skip ahead a little bit. Because I'm really curious. I feel like if I arrest all three of them, it's not going to be that much different, but I'm curious if it changes if I do none of them.
The Bretzel Bearbus branch was suffering.
I just go through the entire cutscene again? Whatever. At bare minimum, arresting none of them would 100% make some sort of difference.
Backed into a corner.
All three of them I wouldn't imagine would be that different.
Became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling.
I'm trying to skip.
He couldn't do this alone.
I can't. It's fine. We'll go through it again.
He recruited Boris.
We'll go through it again. Oh god.
Driver
Whoa.
to load and unload the wares discreetly.
Ooh.
The bus would go
Good.
through
All right.
customs
But yeah, I have
check
one more game of this. I
bus
think the next
station
game
first.
is about the same length, about another 2-hour game and stuff like that. So at least I called it, and Sophie's in on it, kind of. You did mention it like really early on.
Why the buses always had a huge delay.
But
it wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime. So
I think
Sophie to join
I don't know if we'll
the
go
team.
straight and play the next game again, like immediately after or whatnot, or we'll break it up with Hollow Knight or Don't Starve, of course. But like, I definitely want to play the second game of this really soon on after this works too, because this was so great. This was so great. I love games like this. The other game I was debating, I was on getting during the detective sale right now is a game called This House We Made, or This Bed We Made. I think it's called. It's like you play as like a cleaner in a hotel. What's that called? Hotel staff, like cleaning lady. You play as like a hotel cleaning lady, and cleaning person. And I think there's crimes and stuff like that that happen in the hotel, and you start to try to slowly figure them out, which also looked really sick. It's been on like my wish list forever, so that's the other one I'm curious about.
Everything is Manfred. Who's Manfred?
All right. Let's arrest everyone first.
What about Sophie? Without her, the smug.
Because they are all very liable.
Sophie get arrested. Boris.
And then.
Should Boris get arrested?
Yeah, Boris. Because I feel like
I
two
will report to the
won't
state
matter that
police.
much difference.
Manfred. Sophie. Boris.
And I do it
Again.
anything to.
I'm not sure Grand.
How else? If
It's
anyone-
probably all
we
the
wouldn't
same
have-
stuff.
Yes.
At
how
work,
if we-
promotions, blah, 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 Rufus. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah, this is all the same, it looks like. I'm trying to slow down just a little bit, just in case.
What is this? If I had known that calling the duck detective would result in this, I would have never done it. You were supposed to find out who stole my lunch, not accuse my best friend of smuggling.
Okay, yeah.
I knew this was a bad idea from the beginning. Why did Boris have to lose the bag? My God, he is such an idiot!
I had no idea it was that important. Why didn't anyone tell me about the plan? You said your cousin was ill, and the only thing that would make her happy was the salsiccia salamis.
I should have known. If you're stupid enough to believe that, then you're also too stupid to bring a couple sausages across the border.
Really, dude, the salami bag wasn't important?
You really
I know,
did
right?
Quack the case, Mr. Duck Detective. You're just as
As cool as I imagine, blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's see them all get arrested.
The truth. The truth is an ugly mistress.
Yeah, because that place is 100% getting closed down with all those people getting arrested.
To the fine beak of Lady Justice.
Alright. There's that one again. Let's close that then, please. Thank you. Because, yeah, Boris didn't even know he was doing anything wrong. So I feel better about thinking that he was mostly innocent. He was probably the most innocent out of all of them then. Because he literally didn't... Like, he thought it was for his sick cousin.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. What's up, Frederson? Hope you have a grand old time. More people let Sophie go than the rest. Yeah, that's probably because, like you mentioned too, like the she was gonna go call the police, which I think a lot of people like would, you know. I get that. I get like that's the reason why most people, because they're like, oh, she regrets it or whatnot. But also, I feel like when she gets arrested, then it's like she kind of shows no real remorse for actually doing it. It's just remorse for getting caught, and it's like, okay, I feel good about arresting her then. A little bit better. All right, continue again. Let's see what happens when we don't do any of them. Continue. Why am I back at the front? Did I click new game by accident? No. Okay, good. I said I don't think I ever was out in the front before when I did the last time. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go out here. Because then also Rufus and Margaret would theoretically get arrested. So it literally is. Wait, what?
Oh.
I think the game was a little broken there. All right, that's fine.
Sophie!
What happened? Oh God, everything's a little broke. It's fine. We're okay. All right. Everybody get on out here.
It's kind of a long
Saw a smuggling scheme, but it wasn't our job, so yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
The one and
Read.
this.
That's what I imagine this is gonna be.
Airbus branch was
Suffering
losses
so
and had
much
their
from the
budget
cut as a result.
Manfred,
Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself back into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit.
He
Made a grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris since it would be the easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly.
The bus
Must would go through customs check. This is the last. Yeah, I cannot pronounce that. Salsiccia? We'll take the detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This was why his bus always had a huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team.
Boris's
This obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate them.
into helping with their plan.
Ah, come on.
Everything was going
I feel like you should know that we would want to potentially skip this if we want to see some of the other endings.
That's me. Infiltrated the office. Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat
Go
for the crime.
But I'm not fooled that easily. Sophie began getting cold feet and then ultimately wanted to confess to the police.
Manfred couldn't have this,
so he interfered.
In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses.
Oh, God. I just want to see this other ending.
Everything is figured out. Manfred, who should get should Manfred get arrested?
No.
He was the planner, but he technically didn't give
That's
his
how
hand.
you defend it?
Not to mention what it would do to his poor family. What about Sophie? Without her, the
Smuggling wouldn't even be
she
possible.
manipulated. Should Sophie get arrested?
No.
Sophie. Boris
Was at the end of the chain.
Should Boris get arrested?
No.
He didn't even realize what. I don't think this is a basis for arresting
All
someone.
right, let's see what it's. I really hope this is gonna be
Crime
funny.
Was committed, so there must be someone who is accountable.
Arrest
I
Fredersen.
need to make up my mind. Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty?
Please give me the option to pick Fredersen.
Sophie and
It'd be
Boris
so funny.
are all involved in the smuggling. Who should get arrested for their crimes? Manfred was the. Should Manfred
Oh,
get
it
arrested?
just goes back around.
He was the. What?
Aww.
Should Sophie get arrested? Had he refused? Should Boris get arrested?
Yeah, I guess, whatever. Sorry, my bad, Boris. You were kind of like the one that definitely didn't deserve it, but whatever.
And
She giggles, blah, blah, blah. Ignorance is the law. So cool, blah, blah, blah.
The truth. The truth is an
The
ugly
mistress. My bad, Boris. I was just doing that to get through this real quick.
But it is my duty to throw bread to the fine beak of Lady Justice.
Hey, you gotta resolve one of them endings that are different and not that different anyway. Yeah, that I feel like it would have been really funny if it was the ending. Like, well, I wasn't here to solve a crime. I was just here to solve who took the sandwich. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. That would have been, I think, honestly, the funniest thing. But I get why they didn't do that, because obviously it kind of does kind of break the whole aspect of he's supposed to be a thing. Hello. Can I interrogate him? God, I really did break this game. This conversation is missing? I broke the game. I broke the game. Unstuck. I broke the game severely. Oh no. Oh no, save and quit. It's fine. Okay, it didn't like me trying to go for all the other endings. I don't think any of the states stayed. But this one, Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping, we'll do again. Hope we'll play that one sometime soon. That's the one I played the demo for.
Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can